everyone. Welcome to Bruhan Mumbai Municipal Corporation's Virtual Training Center, and I am Mrs. Nehal Kodambe, your English teacher from VTC. Let's begin with today's session. Dear children, today's video's topic is direct and indirect object. See, in last two videos we have learned about the direct object. What is direct object, and in sentence how to find it out. Now what is the indirect object, and when direct and indirect object comes in the sentence and how to find them out, everything you will learn after watching this video. So let's begin with the topic direct and indirect object. See here, we will revise that's what we have learned in last video. So we have learned what is an object. So if you will have a look once again what we have learned in last video, so it will help you to learn today's content. Okay, so an object is the part of a sentence that gives meaning to the subject's action of the verb. बघा, मागच्या दोन व्हिडिओज मधून आपण जेव्हा सब्जेक्ट, प्रेडिकेट आणि ऑब्जेक्ट असा एक व्हिडिओ पाहिलेला, आणि त्याच्यानंतरच्या नेक्स्ट पार्ट मध्ये तुम्हाला मी ऑब्जेक्ट बद्दल त्याचा एक व्हिडिओ दाखवलेला होता. तुम्ही जर जे दोन्ही व्हिडिओ पाहिले असतील तर तुम्हाला आजचा हे जे काही आपण शिकणार आहोत हे समजायला खूप सोपं जाणार आहे. आणि ज्या मुलांनी हे व्हिडिओ समजा मिस केले असतील तर त्यांनी ते व्हिडिओ जरूर पहा, आणि त्याच्यानंतर हे आजचा जो पार्ट आहे हा ह्याचा कंटिन्युएशन आहे असं समजायला हरकत नाही. So here in the beginning we will revise what we have learned at the end of the last video. So we have learned that an object is the part of a sentence that gives meaning to the subject's action of the verb. See, in last video we have seen the simple basic sentence pattern, that is subject plus verb plus object. I told you to use the shortcut to remember this pattern, that is SVO, subject plus verb plus object, right? So here an object is the part of sentence that gives meaning to the subject's action of the verb. So what a subject is doing in that sentence, that is the action of the verb, and to whom or at what that action is done, that is known as the object of that sentence. Subject हा कोणती क्रिया करतो, ती क्रिया म्हणजे verb असतं, आणि ती कोणावर करतो किंवा कोणती क्रिया करतो ही त्या सेंटेन्स मधलं ऑब्जेक्ट असतं. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल, Alice caught the baseball. Very simple sentence. Alice caught the baseball. Now find out the subject, verb and the object from this sentence. As you know, Alice is doing some action. So Alice is subject here. Caught, that is the action verb or the action word you can say. So it is verb and the baseball is the object. What did Alice catch? Alice caught the baseball. So this is the basic pattern. Okay, subject is Alice, verb is caught, and object is the baseball. So SVO. Here a direct object answers the question of whom, who or what. How you will find the direct object? In last video also I told you to use this trick. If you want to find out the direct object from any sentence, you will ask the question who or whom or what, and the answer you get is the direct object from that sentence. Okay, so direct object answers the question of who, whom or what. Okay, now here you can, if you ask what did Alice catch? So Alice caught the baseball. So you get the answer baseball, that is the object from this sentence. Or what did Alice catch? Alice caught the baseball. So you get the direct object. Okay. a direct object is located after the action verb. This is the second trick to find out the direct object from any sentence. The direct object is located after the action verb. See here, you can see in the first sentence, Alice caught the baseball. Now caught is the action verb and the baseball follows the action verb caught. So you get the direct object after the action verb. डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट शोधायच्या तुम्हाला मी वेगवेगळ्या ट्रिक सांगते. एक तर आपण हू, होम किंवा व्हॉट हे प्रश्न विचारू शकतो. त्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर म्हणजे आपल्याला डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट मिळतं. सेकंडली डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट हे नेहमी त्या सेंटेन्स मधल्या ऍक्शन वर्ब नंतर येतं. त्यामुळे ही एक अतिशय सोपी अशी ट्रिक आहे की जी तुम्हाला त्या सेंटेन्स मधला ऑब्जेक्ट शोधायला हेल्प करेल. Now we have seen what is direct object and how to find out. Now we will move to the next part, that is towards the indirect objects. Now we will see what is indirect object in the sentence. So the object being who receives the direct object is called indirect object. बघा एखाद्या सेंटेन्स मध्ये डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट म्हणजे काय ते कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं हे आपण पाहिलं. आता आपल्या या व्हिडिओचा जो पुढचा भाग आहे कंटेंटचा इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट त्याच्याबद्दलची आपण माहिती घेऊया. द ऑब्जेक्ट बीइंग हू रिसीव्स द डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट इज कॉल्ड इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट. और यू कैन से sentences with an indirect object usually contains a direct object as well. So a sentence with an indirect object usually contain a direct object as well. So where there is indirect object, you will find direct object in that sentence. Okay. Now for example, we will see with example. I send them a message. I sent them a message. बघा आता आपण इथे दोन जे इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टचे फीचर्स बघितले त्याच्यात आपण एक फीचर जे सेकंड आहे ते बघितलं किंवा ते तुम्ही समजून घेतलं तर तुम्हाला एकदम इझी जाईल सेंटेन्स मधलं इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट फाइंड आउट करायला. ज्या सेंटेन्स मध्ये इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट असतं त्या सेंटेन्स मध्ये डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट सुद्धा असतं. आता ते कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं ते आपण बघूया. सी हिअर, I sent them a message. Or my sister is asking me a question. Me. So here you can see underlined is indirect object from that sentence and bolded letters. So you can see the word in different color is direct object from these sentences. See, sentences with an indirect object usually contain a direct object as well. आता हे जे दोन सेंटेन्सेस आपण बघितले ज्या वर्ड्सना मी अंडरलाईन केलंय ते या सेंटेन्स मधले इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट आहेत आणि जे इतर कलरनी दाखवले ते या सेंटेन्स मधले डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट आहेत. I sent them a message. What did I send? Or what did I send them? I sent them a message. What? Okay. So you get the answer. That is the direct object. Or my sister is asking me a question. What my sister is doing or what my sister is asking to me. So my sister is asking me a question. So you get answer here. A question after asking what. So here in this sentence, in both the sentence you can see there are direct as well as indirect objects. आता हे इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट जे आपण अंडरलाईन केलंय त्यांना नीट बघा आणि ग्रामर मध्ये ते काय आहे हे लक्षात घ्या. So an indirect object is a noun or pronoun. See in last sentences me, them, they were pronoun. So an indirect object, they may be noun or pronoun. Indirect object always follow an action verb. See this is also very important like direct object. Indirect object always follow an action verb. See, last sentence we have seen, I send them a message, right? So it follows I sent. Sent was an action verb and them was an indirect object. So it always follow an action verb. Next, an indirect object is usually found between the action verb and the direct object. See where it is located? It is located between the action verb and the direct object. बघा indirect object शोधायच्या काही सोप्या ट्रिक्स इथे मी तुम्हाला सांगते. It may be a noun or pronoun. It always follow an action verb. After action verb, you will find an indirect object in the sentence and it is located between the action verb and the direct object. कोणाच्या दोघांच्या मध्ये असतं? ऍक्शन वर्ब आणि डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टच्या मध्ये हे इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट असतं. I sent them a message. So them is an indirect object and a message is the direct object. So here sent is the action verb and message is the direct object and them is located in between these two words. ऍक्शन वर्ब आणि डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टच्या मध्ये नेहमी आपल्याला इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट असलेलं दिसतं. And the next thing is the object being who receives the direct object is called indirect object. Okay, ज्या गोष्टीचा डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टशी संबंध आहे किंवा डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टच्या ऍक्शनशी संबंध आहे त्याचा रिसिव्हर आहे अशा शब्दाला indirect object असं म्हटलं जातं. And the next thing is sentences with an indirect object usually contain a direct object as well. We have seen that sentences with an indirect object usually contain a direct object, right? That's why we have seen the direct object is usually found between the action verb and the direct object. So these are some of the features about the indirect object. Indirect object म्हणजे काय आपण समजून घेतलं. It may be a noun or pronoun. It is always follow an action verb. Action verb च्या नंतर असतं indirect object. नंतर आपण पाहिलं की action verb आणि direct object च्या मध्ये असतं. And then we have seen that indirect object is who receives the direct object. Okay. And last but not least we have seen that sentences with an indirect object usually contain a direct object as well. Okay. ज्या सेंटेन्स मध्ये इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट असतं त्या सेंटेन्सेस मध्ये डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट सुद्धा असतं. So here now we will see some transitive verbs can have two objects. For example, they gave him a book. बघा आता जसे मी सेंटेन्सेस वाचत जाईन तुम्ही आपोआप तुमचं नजर इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट आणि डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट कडे असेल कारण त्याच्या ओळखायच्या काही ट्रिक्स आपण बघितल्या. ओके, इट फॉलोज द ऍक्शन वर्ब and it comes or it located between the action verb and a direct object. See which is a direct object? They gave him a book. What did they give him? They gave him a book. So here a book is a direct object and you find a gave is a action verb. So him is an indirect object. Okay. So in this way you can find out indirect object very easily and we have seen that it may be noun or pronoun. So him is a pronoun here. बघा सगळ्या कंडिशन्स वापरून आपण ह्या सेंटेन्स मधला इनडायरेक्ट आणि डायरेक्ट दोन्ही ऑब्जेक्ट शोधलेले आहेत. So some transitive verbs can have two objects. For example, they give him a book. So here they is the subject, gave is the action verb, him indirect object and a book is a direct object. So we have identified every part of this sentence. Subject, verb, object, object. So आता ह्या दोन्ही टाइपच्या ऑब्जेक्टची नावं आपल्याला कळली आहेत. डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट आणि इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट. राईट. सो डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टला आपण ऑब्जेक्ट नंबर 1 म्हणूया आणि इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टला आपण ऑब्जेक्ट नंबर 2 म्हणूया. Next sentence, grandmother told us a story. Now, what is grandmother? Who told us the story? Grandmother. So, action is done by grandmother. So, this is the subject, told is the verb, us is object 2, a story direct object, so it is object 1. Subject, verb, object number 2, object number 1. Okay? कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं लक्षात येतंय तुमच्या? राईट. नेक्स्ट वन मोर सेंटेन्स. अनिता wrote a letter to her aunt. आता तुम्ही करा बघू. मी तुम्हाला थोडा वेळ देते. ओके, डन. बघूया आपण. लेट्स चेक युअर आन्सर. अनिता wrote a letter to her aunt. Okay, what is Anita? It is subject. Wrote is a verb in this sentence. A letter is object, and to her aunt is also object. Now, which is the direct and which is the indirect object? Check your answer. So, a letter is object 1 because this is the direct object. It is not always that it follows the action verb. Sometimes the order may be different. Okay, so here it comes object 1 and to her aunt is object 2. Got it? कसं ओळखायचं कळलंय? So an indirect object, it may be noun or pronoun. So here aunt is the noun. Okay. Now next, object 1 or O1 is the direct object and object 2 or O2 is the indirect object. Remember this number. Wherever we will mark 1, that is the direct object. Wherever we will mark with 2, that is the indirect object. Now we will see some more examples. I bought him a present. She told us a story. He taught me English. The indirect object usually refers to a person and the direct object usually refers to a thing. This is one more trick. Note it down or read it carefully and remember it. The indirect object usually refers to a person and the direct object usually refers to a thing. Direct आणि indirect object शोधण्याची ही आणखी एक ट्रिक तुम्हाला इथे दाखवली आहे बघा. इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट म्हणजे जनरली आपल्याला एखादी व्यक्ती असते तर डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट म्हणजे एखादी वस्तू दाखवलेली असते. सी हियर इन सेंटेन्स 1 you can see here present is the direct object. Okay, I bought him a present. Present is gift, that is a thing. So this is the direct object of bought and him is the indirect object because it is the person. Okay, I bought. What did I bring? A present. So that is direct object. I bought. To whom? आपण सुरुवातीला बघितलं who whom प्रश्न विचारले की आपल्याला indirect object मिळतं. What विचारलं की आपल्याला direct object मिळतं. So I bought to whom? To him. So that is the indirect object. Similarly in sentence 2 you can see story is the direct object. She told us a story. What did she tell? Story. So that is the direct object. Okay. And us is the indirect object. Now see in sentence 3. He taught me English. So English is the direct object. What did he teach you? He taught me English. So English is the direct object and me, that it refers to some person, it is the indirect object from this sentence. Okay. बघा इथे आपण बघितलं indirect object usually refers to a person and the direct object usually refers to a thing. हे लक्षात ठेवायची ही एक ट्रिक आहे. इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट म्हणजे जनरली व्यक्ती असतात तर डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट म्हणजे वस्तू असतात. हे ओळखायला आपल्याला आणखीन एक सोपी ट्रिक इथे सांगितलेली आहे. सी I bought him a present. So him is I bought him a present. So here him is the indirect object and present is the direct object. Next, she told us a story. So story is direct object and us is indirect object. He taught me English. English is direct object and me is indirect object. Okay, got it clear? Now, the indirect object usually refers to a person and the direct object usually refers to a thing. Okay, just now we have seen that. See here, we will do an activity here. Underline and label the direct and indirect objects in the following sentences. आत्ताच आपण बघितलं indirect object म्हणजे person असतात आणि direct object it usually refers to a thing. तर आपल्याला इथे आता काही sentences दिले आहेत त्याचे direct आणि indirect object आपण शोधूया. Let's do that. Mrs. Desai teaches us English. Mrs. Desai teaches us English. He brought some water for the old man. She paid 50 rupees to the shopkeeper. Arpita mailed her photographs to her sister. Abhay sold his car to his neighbor. Now here are 5 sentences. Now what you are supposed to do is that you will underline and label the direct and indirect object. Direct object is thing. Mrs. Desai teaches us English. So English is here direct object and us is indirect object. So you will underline English and you will write direct object on it and you will underline us and there you will write indirect object. Okay. अशा प्रकारे उरलेल्या सगळ्या सेंटेन्स मधला डायरेक्ट आणि इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट शोधायचं आहे. हु, व्हॉट, हुम हे क्वेश्चन्स विचारायचे आहेत आणि सोपी ट्रिक तुम्हाला आता कळली आहे की डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट इज generally a person and direct object usually refers to a thing. So using this trick you can do this activity. See here us, English, some water. I'll just underline this and you will label them. 50 rupees to the shopkeeper. Her photographs to her sister. His car to his neighbor. Okay. आता हे आपण अंडरलाइन केलेलं आहे त्याला लेबलिंग तुम्ही कराल. Here one more activity is there. Read the following sentences. So we'll read some sentences are given to us and we will read them. Birds fly. We fly kites. Now look at the action verb in these sentences. Birds fly. We fly kites. The saucer broke. Neha broke the saucer. The saucer broke. Broke is the action word. The Neha broke the saucer. Next, the water boiled. Which is the action verb? Boiled. The water boiled. She boiled the water. Now look at the sentences again. Look at the verbs very carefully and see how they have used in both the sentences in each group. बघा सेम ऍक्शन वर्ब आहे. एकेका ग्रुपमध्ये दोन दोन सेंटेन्सेस आहेत आणि दोन वेगळ्या प्रकारे हे ऍक्शन वर्ब वापरलेलं आहे. ह्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला काय आठवतंय का? आपण ट्रान्झिटिव्ह आणि इंट्रान्झिटिव्ह वर्ब जो सेक्शन केलेला त्याच्यामध्ये आपण अशा प्रकारचे वर्ब्स वापरलेले होते. See, birds fly. So what type of verb is it? Transitive or intransitive? Do you remember anything? So these activities related to transitive and intransitive verb. From these sentences we learn that the same verb can be intransitive in some same sentences but transitive in some other sentences. We have learned that for some verbs they need objects, and for some types of verbs they do not need the objects, right? Now here birds fly. The meaning of these sentences is complete with this action verb fly. But look at the next sentence, we fly. Then we ask, what do you fly? We fly kites. So it needs some objects. So what type of verbs are those? आपण ट्रान्झिटिव्ह आणि इंट्रान्झिटिव्ह verbचा एक व्हिडिओ केलेला आहे, तो पुन्हा तुम्ही रेफर करा आणि या सेंटेन्स मध्ये ट्रान्झिटिव्ह आणि इंट्रान्झिटिव्ह वर्ब कोणते आहेत हे फाइंड आउट करा. काही वेळेला मी तुम्हाला छोट्या छोट्या ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुम्हाला करायला सोडते, त्या मुद्दाम करा, कारण त्या निमित्ताने आपण मागचे काही व्हिडिओज रेफर करतो, राईट? आता वी फ्लाय काइट्स, नुसतं वी फ्लाय म्हटलं तर वी डू नॉट अंडरस्टँड द मीनिंग ऑफ दॅट सेंटेन्स. So there we have to add the object over there. So we fly kites. So in first sentence and in second sentence we have used the same verb, but in a different way it acts in that sentence. The saucer broke. The meaning is completed here. But Neha broke the saucer. Neha broke what? The saucer. So here we need some object to complete the meaning of that sentence. The water boiled. We know what the action is doing in that sentence. Okay, what the action has done. But she boiled. What did she boil? Did she boil some potatoes? Did she boil some eggs? What did she boil? So she boiled the water, right? So in this way, some verb can be intransitive in some sentences but transitive in some other sentences. Here is the activity for you, which is dependent on that. Find the transitive and intransitive verbs in the following sentence. So there are some sentences provided to you and you have to find out the transitive and intransitive verbs which carries the object and which do not carry the object. So I woke up late. The cat smelled a rat. The loud noise woke him. A rose smells sweet. The mist rolled away. They rolled up the carpet and it rained heavily. So these are some of the sentences. You read it again and you underline the transitive and intransitive verbs in these sentences. Transitive and intransitive. Once again you go back, watch that video, find out the definition of transitive and intransitive verb, and then you will do this activity. So that's all for today. See you in next video with new thing. By the time you do this activity and refer the previously uploaded video to revise this, because now we are going towards the end of our curriculum of standard 7. So this is time to revise the thing what we have learned throughout in this year. Okay, so again and again I am asking you to watch the video which we have already published. So you go through them, you watch it again and again, you pause wherever you necessary, you take the notes and practice a lot. That's all for today. So you will revise whatever we have learned in today's session. Please subscribe the channel and press the notification button to get the link of next video. Bye bye.